beautiful hands together and welcome on today's guest, Garry with Two R. There he is. There he is. Here, live in the flesh, spreading good vibes all over the place. Hey, what's going on, Garry with Two R's? Thank you for being here.
What's the word, fam?
Dude, I appreciate you coming on the show and sharing your thoughts and ideas with us. We I'm sorry that intro went way too long. Have you heard about the Lotto and Nicki Minaj thing? Do you follow any of that shit? I don't know.
Yeah, I heard about that.
That shit sound like, oh, look at that. Shout out to Garry Was Given. Thank you for that shout out. So I don't know. Do you know like kind of what's going on about it? It's so stupid to me, but I'm so fixated on not being stuck in like the news circuit because it's so. I mean, the world is literally dying, right? Like the apocalypse is upon us. I try to stay distracted. And so what happened is Nicki Minaj and Lotto jump up in my Twitter timeline, and I'm just like, I'm in it. So are you familiar with what's happening right now?
Yeah.
Okay. So if anybody doesn't know right now, Nicki Minaj went on Twitter and started talking shit about Lotto or Big Lotto because she was, what was it? She was upset because her new song, Super Freaky Girl, was not in the rap category for the Grammys, but it's going to be in the pop category, which might lower her chances of actually getting the Grammy. I think that's what she's saying. And I think that's kind of fucked up because Nicki Minaj came out the gate as a rapper. I mean, I don't know. How do you feel about it? Are you all bent out of shape about this like everyone else is?
Nah, man, because rap is pop.
Yeah, exactly. That's true, man. Rap has been pop for a very long time. But I don't know. In any case, Nicki Minaj got upset, and so she starts throwing Lotto's song under the bus. What is the name of that song? What is it? Big Energy or something? I don't even know what it's called. You're like, I don't fucking know, bro. But so she starts throwing her under the bus, and then they get into it. And the fucked up thing is that Lotto is like a younger artist, and she looks up to Nicki Minaj. And Nicki Minaj just goes hard on this girl for no reason. And I thought it was kind of rude of Nicki Minaj to do it. But whatever, like she's been on top for a long time. I don't know. What's your feelings on this shit, man? I just started talking at you about some dumb shit about rap, but please, I'd love to know your ideas on this.
Man, I just, anytime any shit like this happens, I'm just always forced to think that it's publicity stunt and somebody's got an album coming out soon.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of like numb to it now.
Yeah, it's true, right? It's so true. Even when you look at what Kanye was doing with, all these tweets and the White Lives Matter stuff, it all seems like it. And then he like paired up with Candace Owens, and right around they're releasing shit. Candace Owens just dropped a documentary it's an anti-BLM documentary. So all this shit culminates, and that's exactly what I think, man. I think that she took a page right out of the Kanye playbook and was like, I need some action on this. So Naders, what's up, buddy? Welcome in. I need some more action on this, so let's create some. I don't know. What was your thoughts on the whole Kanye thing?
Same thing, bro. He's just a master at creating like conversation and I guess you could say outrage.
Yeah.
So he creates a conversation around himself, keeps his name in the media, then drops some shit.
Are you on board with it? I mean, do you respect what he's doing? I mean, how do you feel about the messages when they come across? I mean, because Kanye has pushed the limit a few times in the past, 6-7 years.
He has, bro, but you know what? Honestly, personally, I don't really care. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
he's just doing whatever the fuck he wants to do, as any human being on this earth should do. You should do whatever the fuck you want to do, but just be ready to accept whatever comes with whatever you want to do, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, that philosophy, man, that's been part of my philosophy for a long time. I've realized that whole idea of do whatever the fuck you want, but just as long as you're willing to accept the consequences of your actions, which, to a certain extent, I don't think you should go out and just like, hurt a bunch of people in any way, physically or mentally.
Mhm.
Just because you feel like doing it, you have some restraint, you asshole. But like, it's, but I do feel like people should be able to say it, think, and express themselves however they like. But yeah, I mean, accept those consequences. So were you? I mean, so none of the things that Kanye said in the past few days has offended you or upset you in any ways.
Nah, not really, bro.
Yeah.
Not really, bro.
You're like that don't affect me. Why do you think people get so affected by what he's saying? I mean, I get why, but like, why do you think people
Because
are
people
getting?
want to be, they want to be, man. Everybody wants to be involved. They want to have some sort of say so. Like, what I've seen lately is like this, just like reverse engineering of like creating controversy where like you'll have a journalist who'll like see 20 people tweet some shit, right? And because 20 people tweet it, they can now make an article about it, show these 20 tweets, and then that makes it seem like, oh man, there's a shit ton of people that feel this way about something, right?
Yeah.
So that people see that, and then the majority of people, they don't care, you know?
Hmm.
But when they see this article and it makes it seem like there are a lot of people who care, it kind of triggers them to choose sides,
Yeah.
like whether they care or don't, and then to ride for that shit just because of the, I guess, the energy,
Yeah.
whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Um, but that's what I feel like a lot of what's going on now, because people don't care about most of this shit, and it's just this one person who, yeah, they are a celebrity, but how does that affect your day to day?
Well, I guess the idea is that he is sort of he is a celebrity, he's a rapper, and he does consider himself a leader in a sense, and people do look up to him, and they sort of, like anyone else, is that they have their influences on them, and so what people, I suppose, are saying is that his influence will create like a bunch of anti-Semites and a bunch of racist White Lives Matter fans. I'm not sure, but like what I'm saying. Like I do see where they're coming from. Where it is like he does have influence on people. He does have influence on young minds, and people do hang on to what he says. So I do kind of get what he's saying. What people are saying is like he does influence. He has a huge platform, so maybe he should consider it. What he's saying, but I also think that he even said it in that like there was this quick interview he did when he was coming out of the premiere of the Black Lives Candace Owens Matters things, where he just says, like I say these things to create a dialogue, and I'm just paraphrasing, and yeah, Robbie, I agree. It sucks that he said shit about the Jewish folks. I can't get on board with what he's saying or behind it or support it, but I do kind of see what he's saying, and he says shit. He's not right. When he speaks, you can hear him. His words are jumbled. His thoughts are jumbled. He's not a great public speaker in a sense, but I feel like it just all comes out wrong. I don't know if he actually has malice towards the Jewish people. I don't know. But what I do know is that he is starting a dialogue. And the thing is that this country and a lot of the world has come to this impasse where we can't talk to each other, where we can't even talk about certain things. And here's Kanye like, we're going to talk about it. And he forces the conversation. I think you touched on that a little bit when you were talking to him, when you were letting us know how you feel about the situation. You're kind of touching on that. It's like he is sort of pushing a boundary, and now we kind of know where those boundaries are. And there is some I'm not saying there's truth behind what he's saying, but there does seem to be some sort of stereotype around Jewish people in the industry. And please don't take that as me shitting on Jewish folks. But when you hear what he's talking about, when you hear him say stuff like, a lot of this, criticism gets taken for anti-Semitism. Well, he was actually saying some fucking shit. He was saying some kind of rude shit. But also, again, he's not great at expressing himself. And he doesn't have any, he said he has no malice towards the Jews, but, he is saying something about, I can't even talk about this because they'll call me an anti-Semite because I'm talking against their narratives. And it's like that across the board. I mean, when he was doing the whole like MAGA thing, all the shit he's been doing, it's all been against the narrative. And I respect that about him. And maybe not all of the things he does, but like I respect the fact that he does push boundaries so we kind of know where they are. And we have this discussion because we're not talking to each other right now. And we hate each other for, these really stupid ideological issues that we are sort of being fed from the media and our politicians and stuff. So it's really, I don't know, it's an interesting time to be an artist. How do you feel? I mean, because when you listen to your lyrics, you say some shit too, man. So like, it's interesting to be an artist in this time of cancellation. I don't know. How does that fall in your ears, man? I know I just said a whole lot.
I don't know. Like I kind of, let me see. I was gonna say that I kind of like this era because, okay, like an artist like me, I'm coming out the gate saying whatever the fuck I want to say, So it's like if people want to cancel me, they should have fucking canceled me like 2 years ago, Like nobody could cancel me because I've been doing the same shit since the very beginning, So if my shit were to pop off, it's what are people gonna say? I've been doing this since the very beginning. If you don't fucking like it, then don't fuck with it. Don't even listen to me. Block me from out of your feed. Block me from out of your life. Whatever.
Yeah.
And that's what people can do with Kanye West too. If they don't like what he has to say, if they don't like him, people haven't liked Kanye West since he fucking said George Bush doesn't like black people.
Which was the greatest moment ever.
Like they've hated him since he said, "Oh man, well Beyonce had the greatest music video of all time." So why do you keep on going? Why do people keep on going back to Kanye West? Why?
Right.
They just want something to fucking complain about. That's what it feels like,
Yeah.
Because that he's been an outspoken asshole since the very beginning of his career. Since the very beginning of his career, he said inappropriate things at inappropriate times.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's Kanye.
No, and that's what I've been saying since the beginning of it. I was just like, I don't understand why people are freaking out. This dude has been doing this forever. And like he's only found out in these past, he's only ramped it up as time has gone on.
Exactly.
And you could see like when he's working with other art, like when Jay-Z and Beyonce were doing the whole, what was that? The Lemonade album or whatever, when Becky with the good hair, that feels like a Kanye idea. It was like, hey, let's just start some shit about, you cheating and let's get this, like it sounds like they're just all sort of doing the same shit. And it's like what politicians do. If they want to go to war, they get people all freaked out and afraid of stuff. And this is what musicians do now. They just get people all pissed off so more people will go and listen and pay attention to them. It's just manipulation. And it's just, I don't know, man. I respect the hustle because the music business has changed so drastically, in the last 20 years. And so I get that you have to really hustle if you want those, those streams and those, those product placements and those deals and sync licensing. There's a lot now that you have to focus on as an artist. Whereas, there was a time when the music industry was bloated and the private jets and those still exist, right? But it's shrunk a lot and it's very limited to a very small group of people. And but that was the price that we paid to remove the gatekeeper. Now people like Garry with Two R's can go on Twitch, create a community, create a fan base, create a living, a small living, you know, as an artist. And I think that's way cooler than the idea of like, I'm going to try to like be the, you know, number 1 million album seller, which is not a bad, it's not a bad goal, but it's still like, it's cooler. I feel like it's cooler that we can now be artists and make our own living, even if it is a small and humble living, but we still can do it as an artist. I don't know. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Because I mean, some people don't want to have to deal with all the bullshit that comes behind being
Yeah.
famous. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys, I'm so sorry. I forgot to tell you, if you guys have questions for Garry, please put them in the, please use a channel point. You can, which is, it'll just organize the questions a lot better for me. I'm missing it in chat, so I'm sorry, you guys. I ate like a shit ton of edibles last night, so my brain is still a little slow. So I'm not catching all that shit. So yes, and it costs one whole fresh bar. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's a weird time to be a musician and a creator and a content creator, but it's also an exciting time because we're like we're kind of on the edge of shit, right? Like we're kind of you know, like it's exciting, and you could get canceled for something that you said or did, and that, you know, I don't know, man. It's there's an excitement to it, and there's also a I don't know, a sad side to it, I would think. But whatever, we're here, we're doing it. We got some questions rolling in. Thank you guys for using your fresh bars. I appreciate you. What was your goal this year, and did you make that goal? 808 Diffraction asks.
My goal this year was just to release one album every month, and yeah, I'm at the goal.
Well, so how many months are you into this? Because that's really cool, man. To release an entire album every month, that's not easy to do.
Yeah, I just started doing that this year.
Was that in
So
January?
yeah, January. So I release an album on the 22nd of every month. In January though, it was on the 25th because I wasn't quite as organized yet. But yeah, this year I've got everything lined up. All releases are prepped. Next year I have almost all of my releases prepared, but all of them are recorded already. It's just that I have to finalize them and whatnot. And I even got like 2 projects for 2024 done too. So I make about a song a day.
Wow.
So
Wow. How long have you done that? Like, how long has that been sort of your just sort of your daily routine that you do?
ever since I got on Twitch last year, so that's the end of January 2021. And I didn't start off making a song a day. It was like more like a song every 3 days or something like that. I was slower at it, but along with time, I picked up on the speed and comfortability and whatnot. So I'm able to make about a song a day now. Sometimes I do more than one song in a day. I'll do a song and then a feature or something like that.
Damn, that's awesome, man. That's so hard to do. It really is. So is this all you do, or do you just do music?
Yeah, I just do music and then fucking look after my grandpa.
Hell yeah. Thunder Tracks, thank you so much for following. I appreciate that.
Hey, Thunder in the building.
Thunder Tracks, that's a dope name. Yeah, and if you see anybody in chat that you want to say hi, please feel free to interact with your peeps, man. It's we're here to share stuff. No, I love that. I love that that grind, man. That grind is just there's a big difference between someone who gets up and grinds and someone who says they get up and grind, you know what I mean? Or someone who says they get up and hustle. There's a lot of people out there who are like, who just talk such a big game, but they are not doing it like that. Is there days where you don't feel like doing it? And then what do you do to get past those feelings if those if those come up?
Yeah, there's days. I mean, I guess there's never a day where I don't feel like doing it because I love to do it. But there are some times where I'm like, is it even worth it?
Yeah.
But I just do it anyways. That's the secret, I guess. I
You
just do it anyways, and by the time that I start doing it, I'm I'm so far involved that there's no questioning it. You know what I
right.
mean? Like as soon as I come up with the first line, it's like being strapped into a roller coaster and you're going up
Mm.
on the roller coaster. It's like there's no fucking turning back now. I can't say, "Hey, let me off of this ride." No, I'm on the ride now.
Yeah, you're it's over. We're doing it. Yeah, that's the biggest thing. I feel like it's the hardest thing is just start. And
Mhm.
like and then once you're started, it's over. Like it's like you got to sort of, I don't know why you have to be reminded how much this stuff means to you, but but it happens all the time, you know. And I don't know, you look pretty fit. Do you work out?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know what it means to get up on a cold, or not a cold day. I shouldn't say that in Vegas. You know what it's like to wake up and you feel like sitting there drinking, just sit there, eat your cereal, and just be lazy all day. And then you're like, nah, I gotta get fuck it. I gotta go for a jog, or I gotta hit the gym, or whatever the situation is. I feel like working out is one of those things that would be so beneficial for all producers or writers or anything, because it's like you, first of all, you're training yourself to tell that voice in your head to shut the fuck up, and that
Mm.
you're gonna go to the gym, and I'm gonna go sweat, and it's gonna sound like today. I did not want to go to the gym. It fucking sounded like absolute ass, but I did it, and afterwards things were way better. I felt better. Um, I feel like working out for musicians or artists is probably one of the best things you can do for your art. It teaches you how to keep a routine, teaches you how to push through, teaches you how to to better yourself, get stronger with, like build your strength. So we're constantly building on our talents, building on our strengths. And I feel like working out is one of those things. I don't know, how does working out benefit you besides health? Is it a mental thing for you?
Yeah, man, working out is actually like a form of meditation.
Hmm.
Form of meditation, bro. And when I'm working out, also I'll be going back through my projects, trying to
Hmm.
finalize them. Come up with a final track order. Make sure I'm not repeating myself. If I do repeat myself, or if I think of a way to improve a song, I'll be like taking notes. In between my sets, like, hey, fix this song, put this on this part, blah 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 blah.
Yeah, that's awesome. So you're not, so not only are you working out, but you're also like putting stuff together, and like it's so funny because that's exactly what I was doing today. Like I got on the bike today, and I was just doing my final cardio, and I was posting shit, like getting shit ready, ready for content, getting content ready for posting and stuff. It literally does give you time. I'll research people. I'll research guests while I'm working out. I'll watch different things. I'll watch there's a no worries, Mark. Welcome in. Welcome in. So yeah, man. I don't know. Working out is one of the biggest things. Have you ever been in that situation where you kind of got like a maybe like you hit a roadblock, and then you worked out, and then you found the solution? Has that ever happened for you?
Um, sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it does happen, like like for instance, like I say, when I'm going back through my songs,
Mm-hmm.
like, and if I'm repeating myself in the song, I'm able to like come up with a bar right then and there, like, okay,
Mm.
this can replace this bar right here because I said something similar already.
Yeah, yeah. Man, with all the music and content that you put out there, like how do you I don't want to sound, how do you stay fresh? Which sounds so cheesy to say, but to me that's baffling, because you're putting out so much, music, and so much. How do you keep it so you're not just talking about the same shit? How do you keep it so you're not just using the same beats? And how do you keep your style fresh and progressing?
I'm fucking highly motivated, bro. And I'm really blessed to have like an awesome ass community where they keep on feeding me these hot ass beats, man.
Mm.
Keep on feeding me these hot ass beats. Like
Wow.
ever since like back in the day, it was 4 years ago. Ever since I was diagnosed with cancer, I like it put a like different kind of drive in me. Like even though it took a little bit of time, but ever since then I decided like anything I start, I'm gonna finish it. Like
Wow.
there's no way I'm gonna leave anything I start unfinished.
Wow.
You know? It
And
took me a long time to adopt that state of mind because one of my buddies told me, to do exactly that. This was way back in the day when I was like 20, so like 12 years ago. He was like, dude, like anytime you start anything, musically, if you start a beat or a song, finish that shit. And I really wasn't rolling along with that back then, I had a
yeah.
bunch of unfinished shit, but after that, after 2018, I started really finishing shit. I even started to go back through some of my old stuff and knock that out, make
Wow.
improvements to it, finish that. Yeah, bro.
Wow, man, that's wild. So it took the possibility of death to make you want to finish what you start.
Yeah.
It's like it took the fear of an end to like to go forward and start and finish something else. That's powerful, man. Like I don't know I don't know if you want to talk about it, but like what kind of cancer, and are you okay? Like
Yeah. It was called acute myeloid leukemia. So it
oh
basically
shit,
just pops up out of nowhere and it's kind of aggressive.
damn.
Yeah, I'm okay now. I'm not considered in remission yet because you have to be without it for 5 years before you're considered in remission.
Wow.
But I've been without it for, I mean, my last chemo treatment was 2019,
Hmm.
so it's been like 3.5, almost 4 years now.
Oh hell yeah, man. Very yeah, blessings, man. Blessings.
Yeah,
That's great. Now my I've had a few people in my family, dealing with cancer. It's a terrible disease, and that's it's good that you were able to get past it. And you're young, obviously healthy. Have you always been healthy? Have you always been
yeah,
some? You've always worked out. Did you do
yeah.
sports in high school and stuff?
No, actually, I didn't, bro. I was all about my education and books and shit in high school, bro.
Really? Really?
Yep,
That's
yep.
awesome. Okay, okay. So you kept your nose to the books. Were you popular in high school? Were you
I wouldn't say I was popular, but I knew everybody. Like I hung out in all the circles.
yeah.
In the nerd circles, in the cool kid circles, in the athlete circles, and like I was hanging out with everyone.
Right, right. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, that's sort of how it was for me too. I wasn't like super cool, but like I knew everybody and I was welcome everywhere. Just, I wasn't like number one stunt or anything. It's whatever. But yeah, man, that's the so where did you grow up? Where you grew up in Vegas, right?
Yep,
And
yep.
did you grow up? What was your neighborhood like? How was growing up like in
Oh,
Vegas, man?
bro, it was chill as fuck, bro.
Yeah.
I've never had a place in the hood. I'm from the suburbs, so it
Hey,
was really
Thunder
nice.
Treks, thank you so much for those biddies. Appreciate you. Thank you.
Yeah, it was super diverse, bro.
Mm.
Like my neighbor, every community that I've been in has been a melting pot.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
it's like people from all ethnicities and cultures all around me. So I kind of got exposed to a little bit of everything.
Oh, I do know, man. We have so much in common. It's sort of how I mean, like, I've done my time in the hood, but I've also done my time in the country, done my time in the suburbs. Did my time. So like, I've seen a lot of different ways of being, which I think is very valuable, especially growing up. Even though at the time it might not seem like it. For me, at the time it didn't seem like it because I was moving around school to school, and I didn't. I don't have like lifelong friends, but what I do, but not from like kindergarten or something. But still,
Yeah.
for me, it was kind of stressful at the time. But as I got older and started going out into the world, it was like I was very grateful to have like to be able to kind of have an understanding of different places and know how to act. And I mean, because you got to kind of know how to act to acclimate in certain areas of town and
Mm.
stuff. So it was a good thing. We Speak English Good sings the songs of Dolly Parton. That's right. Jolene, 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 Jolene. Uh, So that's awesome, man. You had a good. What were your parents a very strict? Did you have a strict upbringing? I mean, when I hear someone who has their nose in the books, I hear strict upbringing. But what?
Yeah, yeah, man. Like I was mostly raised by my grandparents, but when
Oh,
my
okay.
parents were involved, they were like, especially my dad, he was super strict, man. He didn't even want me to go and hang out at the fucking McDonald's across the street because he called it a hangout spot. And I'm like, yeah, dude, that's exactly the point. I want to go and hang out at the hangout spot right across the street from the house. This isn't Compton, man. This is motherfucking suburbs of Las Vegas. Nothing's gonna happen at the goddamn McDonald's.
Right. We're good. We're good. We're all good. I mean, especially then. I mean, now you never know what's gonna happen at the McDonald's, but I mean, then when we were kids, like,
Oh, bro,
shit,
it was still going down at the McDonald's. He was probably right.
he was probably right.
He was probably right, man. Matter of fact, bro, just like a year ago, that same McDonald's, this kids from this middle school that I was going to were hanging out at the McDonald's, and they got into it with some parent, and the parent ran over like three of them, dude.
God damn! What the?
Like, damn, man.
Oh shit! That's not funny, but that's fucked up. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
man.
Buy Prime's follower viewers. Yes, I want to be famous. Let's go. Dom Rocks, welcome in. My brother had a knife pulled on him at McDonald's. Yeah, that's goes down at McDonald's.
Tom Rocks, what up, baby?
The one right next to a major university. Oh God. Well, that sucks. Mark, you were the token handicapped kid, but at least you had a place, right? Because I feel like the thing is about high school and school is that it can like really scar you for your whole life. And there's a lot of adults that I know now who weren't able to find, because I had a sense of humor. I was like 320 pounds in high school, but like because I had a sense of humor, I could make fun of myself. I could do I was able to sort of find a way. But there's some kids out there who have a hard time. They get bullied. They get, if they're handicapped, they get, made fun of. It's horrible. It's horrible if you're gay or whatever the situation might be. Is like that shit can scar you for the rest of your life. And so I always find it lucky. I always say it's lucky. You're lucky if you were able to find a way through high school without getting eaten up. Even though high school isn't even the worst part of life, right? Like high school is one of the easiest parts of life. Mm-hmm. But at the time, it's like it's horrifying. So I don't know. I always think it's a good thing when you can figure out how to make your way through that, and you did it, Mark. So good way to reduce conflict. Yes, comedy, exactly. King Rome, what's going on, buddy?
Hey, my dude.
Welcome in, buddy. He's been on the show. What is this? The Matrix, the Space Matrix. The Matrix. I've been seeing so much the Matrix shit now ever since what's that dude's name? Tate? What the fucking Andrew Tate? Did you ever see any of those videos? Have you ever heard of Andrew Tate?
Yeah, I heard of him, bro, and his face just pisses me off, bro.
It does. His face pisses me off too.
Like every time he talks, he flexes his mouth in like this. He just super flexes his mouth like he's doing a mouth workout or some shit, dude. Like I just don't like it, man.
Oh my god, he does have that face. There's an actor that has that face. Reina, if you can hear me, will you put that actor's name in the chat? He was one of the guys on Heroes. Do you remember that show Heroes?
Yeah.
With the cheerleader? He was, oh God, I want to know the cast. I'll tell you his name and I'll show you a picture. He has the smirk on his face right now. He's doing it. He's doing the smirk. He has the Milo Ventimiglia. I don't know what this fucking dude's problem is, but like there's something about his fucking smirk. Hold on. That I fucking hate. It drives me. This right here. This guy. Oh my god. This guy right here. I fucking hate his face. He's a handsome son of a bitch, but like I just fucking hate his face. Hold on. Let me see if I can find. A good picture of his awful smirk. And just this is it. This is one of them. This is it. I fucking hate his smile. I don't like it. Fuck this guy. Fuck you. I'm sure he's a wonderful human being. He's not as hateable as Tate. I agree, Rome. I agree with that. Tate has hate in the name, right? Like it's just, I mean, it's in there. Let's go back. Fuck both those guys. Shit, I forgot. Oh my god, come on. What the fuck's happening? Sorry, man. My bad. But I forgot why I brought up Andrew Tate. Who cares? You know what? We have more questions from the chat here that we need to get to, and we got to talk about Jeffrey Dahmer too, because apparently Jeffrey Dahmer is your shit or something. I don't know what happened. Somebody in chat was like, "Don't get him started on Jeffrey Dahmer," and I'm like, "Well, I just watched the fucking miniseries, so how can I not?" Okay, well, we might as well jump into it. What do you dislike Jeffrey Dahmer? I mean, where do you stand on Jeffrey Dahmer?
Jeffrey Dahmer is a freak, man.
Yes, he is.
Jeffrey Dahmer was a freak, man.
Oh yeah.
When he said he wanted to eat you out, it was a totally different definition.
Groceries was a different thing for Jeffrey. He really wanted to eat you asshole first. So that's what you're into. You're into the freakiness. Like, is that what's? I mean, I'm not saying you're into like eating people, but I'm just saying.
I just thought all the outrage from people that are like around my age or older was a little bit funny. Like, how did you never know about this before? How did you not know about this? How is this like so shocking to you? Like, number one. Number two, it's just a fucking movie. Like, have you never seen Saw before? Saw was worse.
Saw was worse, but I think the outrage was that he went for black folks, right? Like, I think what you're talking about, that outrage.
Like, dude, like, how did you not know that before? He was living in an area where it was predominantly POC. So, like, who else was he gonna go for?
Right. Well, I mean, that's what he could afford.
It wasn't like he had the most money in the world. It wasn't like the dude could hold down a job at all. So, is he gonna be in a high income area in a gay club in a high income area? I don't fucking think so. I think he's gonna go to the gay club in the hood where he's at.
Never seen Saw before, no, nor will you ever. Rome, you're missing out on something special, buddy. The first one is pretty decent.
Oh yeah. The first one you gotta see.
Yeah, the first one's the one. You don't trust. Samo doesn't trust anybody named Jeffrey Epstein, Jeffrey from Toys R Us. Never trusted Jeffrey. No Jeffrey. Yeah, he was a freak, and I don't know, like, because they never really go into that, right? Or do they? They never go into, like, why he... You better calm down right now. They never go into why he targets, black homosexual folks. Like, why was he going for them in particular? I think you made a great point. That was his environment. That's where he lived. It's like, that's what he's going for. But you know what? That movie also got Sweet Chocolate. That's fucked up. Too dark. No, that's perfect, Rome. That's perfect, Rome. Fits right in here, buddy. You know what? I also heard that the LGBTQ, I heard that they're mad at Netflix for listing the movie as a LGBTQ movie. So, like, there was what was it? Let me see if I can find it. So they're mad that they listed it as a, so it's like, hold on, let me just look it up. Dahmer, Netflix, LGBTQ, outrage. All right, here we go. This is so funny to me. I don't know why. Netflix removes LGBTQ tag from Jeffrey Dahmer series following backlash. Netflix has made the decision to drop LGBTQ tag from Dahmer After experiencing backlash from viewers, the series about the Milwaukee serial killer was categorized with the LGBTQ tag, but was recently removed following criticism from the community. The streaming platform tags every show and movie to make search queries easier for subscribers. Searching LGBTQ brings up the shows like Heartstopper, Young Royals, Uncoupled, Alex Strangelove, and many more. The series and films tagged with LGBT showcase characters that identify with LGBTQ community, giving representation to the often marginalized community. So they were mad that the tag was used with Dahmer. And, well, you know, I could see why they wouldn't want to be associated with him. But that's, I mean, you can't change that. Like, you can't change the fact that he was a gay dude. You know what I mean? Like, he was banging dudes and eating dudes. Like, what? That's just, all right, Bridger. Be well. I'll see you later. I hope you have a great day. Come back anytime. Okay, hold on. Let me see why people are mad. I'm just really interested. It's known that Dahmer targeted men and boys, with some being LGBT community. Well, okay. I feel like it fetishizes the whole horrible moment in Milwaukee history. It shouldn't be looked at that way. It just feels completely wrong. Drag performer BJ Daniels told WISN, I know a lot of my friends and a lot of people who lived through this period will not be watching it. They will not be putting money into somebody's pocket that's literally disturbing graves of victims. What the fuck?
What? That doesn't make any fucking sense. The fucking victims are getting the money. It's not Jeffrey fucking Dahmer or his parents. His dad couldn't even get the fucking money for the book that he wrote. Like, wow. The fucking victims are getting the money. What the fuck do you mean? You watch the movie so the victims can get the money. What the fuck?
What? I feel like, you know, we've been kind of touching on it, but do you feel like there's kind of like an oppression Olympics going on right now?
Yeah, bro, this is the exact prime example of what I was talking about, bro. Fucking 10 to 20 people probably tweeted some shit, and now they're acting like the whole LGBT community gives a fuck. I bet you fucking anything, 9 out of 10 people in the LGBT community give zero fucks. If there's a movie and there's like a few funny parts in it, it's gonna be listed as a comedy. If there's a movie and there's like a few scary parts in it, it's gonna be listed as a horror. If there's a movie and it's centered around a fucking person who's having relations with someone of the same sex or is part of the spectrum, it's gonna be fucking listed as an LGBTQ movie. Like, yeah. That's not controversial or anything. It's literally an LGBTQ fucking biopic. What do you want to call it? What other genres would it be? Thriller,
psychological thriller.
Psychological thriller.
Murder
Those
porn.
are the fucking genres that it's in. The genres don't give a fuck about your emotions, man.
Yeah.
The genres are facts.
Right.
So there's like
right. And
there's no real controversy behind this, man.
Yeah, and it's almost like everybody from marginalized groups wants to be like, you know, they're the best representation of the entire group, or that every person that is in that group has to be, you know, the example and lead the way. It just, to me, it's really strange to me that people are, I don't know, they're so willing to, I don't know, it feels like they don't want the responsibility of their own actions or behavior, and they want to blame it all on some external force that's creating this issue for them. And like, I can't get it, and it's not that I don't believe that, because I do definitely, you know, believe that, like, for example, like redlining through history has marginalized black folks in these neighborhoods, and it has been bad, and that has led down this road to, you know, these shitty neighborhoods that get ignored and crumble, and where crime, you know, lives and breathes and is breeded. That I do see that, but then at some point, when do we take it and say, hey, we have to have some sort of personal responsibility for our actions, and that we need to at least try to, you know, make this shit work. I mean, everybody just seems to be like, well, I'm oppressed and I can't do this because this person is keeping me down, or this group of people are keeping me down, and it's all their fault, and it's all, I don't know. Is that something you would agree with? I know that sounded kind of, it didn't even sound good coming out of my mouth listening to it. So
Nah, absolutely, bro. Everybody wants to be a fucking victim because everybody needs an excuse to why they don't have the shit that they have, man.
yeah,
So, being a victim is the easiest way to, excuse yourself and abdicate yourself of responsibility. There's plenty of people who were actual victims who said, fuck that. I don't want to be a fucking victim anymore. I'm going to do whatever it takes to unvictimize myself.
yeah,
I feel like the people who just run around complaining about the shit it's like not you're doing yourself a disservice
yeah,
by just complaining about it. You have to get out there and you have to take action. And I mean like real action. Like, what the fuck do you actually want? Do you actually care that the Jeffrey Dahmer movie was listed as LGBTQ, or do you want equal rights for LGBTQ for the LGBT community? Do you want less discrimination for the LGBT community? Do you want the LGBT community to be seen as normal human beings just like any fucking body else? What's your goal?
yeah,
Because I feel like when we do stuff like that, when we go for a fucking movie that's displaying something that actually factually happened, then we're doing ourselves a disservice and we're not actually fighting for whatever the fuck it is we actually want.
yeah.
You got to look at the bigger picture of things sometimes, and it goes past just being a victim. Being a victim is being a fucking loser, point blank period. You're accepting defeat.
Yeah.
You're literally accepting defeat and saying, oh, fuck, well, we lost and we can't do shit about it.
Yeah. Fuck it. I'll just complain on
No,
Twitter.
fuck that.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Something.
It is funny how you'll see people fucking complaining about, fucking, what are we? Oh my God. I'm sorry, man. My brain is half mush because, again, I took edibles last night, guys.
No
So
excuses. Fuck up.
why are you talking to me like that? my wife, she likes to talk shit. But I forgot what I was gonna say. What do we call ourselves? We're not a democracy, but like the way we do things financially. We're not We're not
Capitalist.
We're capitalism, right? You'll see people on Twitter being like, they'll have a selfie of themselves, like, burning the flag and being like, down with capitalism. And it's just like, bro, you are on a cell phone that was made by, pretty much slave labor. And you're taking this picture talking about capitalism, and you are like supporting the shit out of it while you're burning the flag that made it all possible. So I don't know. I'm not saying everybody has to be a diehard fucking patriot, but I mean, we should have a little bit of gratefulness that we can drink. Well, most cities in this country, we can drink the water out of the faucet. We do need to work on some of the Flint. We're coming for you, Flint. we gotta fix that Flint problem. But still, for the most part, we do live in a country where we do where most of us are very privileged just to even, exist. And I'm not saying everybody is, obviously not. There's a lot of work that we need to do in this country, and that's a fact. But still, just by being born in this country, you're already in the top, like 1% of the world. I think that's what they're saying. Just being born in this country, because there is poverty that I don't think that Americans can even come close to understanding. And if you've never been to a third world country before and seen that kind of poverty, I don't think you could. There's a difference between being there and seeing it on TV. Like, I fucking lived very close to Tijuana, Mexico, and we used to go down there a lot of times. And we made friends. I live in San Diego, so I made a lot of friends, Mexican friends, and we'd go down over the border and we'd hang out, drink beers and shit, score drugs, whatever. But we were hanging out in these neighborhoods that were like legitimate shanty towns, like legitimate, like these are the floors are dirt. the walls, there's no insulation. It's just like some wood, scrap wood, and some shit. Literally shanty towns and little kids running around trying to sell the tourists and Americans fucking gum and shit, and probably some other nefarious, awful things those children are doing too, to survive and to feed their family. And so like I don't know if Americans truly know what poverty is. And and I don't know, man. I would hate to see the day that it comes to America, but like the way things are going in this world, it feels like America might have a taste of that. When you look at Los Angeles and you look at how they're sort of letting people just sort of camp now and live under underpasses, and then you look at other big cities that do that too, but in other countries. You see these countries like in South America where it's shanty towns and camp. It's basically one big camp, just sprawling for miles. And it had to start somewhere, right? It had to start with blight, and blight always brings down the property value of the entire neighborhood. And so you start with these people who are just camping, and then they build a fucking little shanty town, and that becomes a whole community. And Los Angeles is so big, they're underfunded. They don't have enough cops. They don't have enough first responders right now. Nobody wants to fucking work. Nobody wants to do their job. Everyone's just trying to fucking claw tooth and nail to get to some point where they're not going to be living in those fucking shanty towns. And it's fucking crazy. So like all I see is it just this decline in the next 20 years where you're going to Los Angeles, New York City, they're going to look like these third world country places like Rio and fucking, Rio de Janeiro and these places in South America where where real poverty exists. And we don't know that, but I see it coming, and it seems like that's where it's going, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't want to, and I work with the homeless, so I'm not trying to shit on the homeless folks because I very deeply involved with the homeless, but there is something when you start that, when you open that can of worms, and it just keeps going down. I mean, look at fucking Detroit, man. Detroit, I know you don't live there, but I live very close to Detroit, and I've seen over the years how that one house starts to go and this whole neighborhood's gone. And then there's just swaths of land now. They just tear out all those houses, and there's just huge swaths of land where nobody even lives there. And it's really scary shit, man. It's really scary shit. I don't know. I'm sorry I just talked at you for so long, but it affects me.
Yeah, man. Danny Brown, he's got this song. It's called, I think it's called House Field.
Mm.
And it was like explaining Detroit, like it was field, house.
Yeah.
It was house, field. Like that's the whole hook, And like by your description, that's what I'm seeing in my head,
It is.
I'm seeing in my head, man. But I think that the thing that America is good at keeping things separate. You know what I mean? Like they're good at the federal law is separate from the state. Well, state law is separate from federal law. You could have something be federally legal, or illegal, but it's legal in this state.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like marijuana is federally illegal,
right,
but it's legal in these states. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, it's illegal to drink. It's very legal to drink, but certain states have it to where on Sundays you can't purchase any alcohol. It's a fucking dry state there.
Right. Right.
So, with that being said, I think that before we let it get out of control, what America will do is America would rather have places like Skid Row, where it's like all the homeless people are concentrated in this one area, but it's separate from like the high income housing. The people that are in the high income housing, they're never going to see the homeless people unless they go down to Skid Row,
Mm-hmm.
So I think America is pretty good at doing shit like that, but you never know, bro. Like if it gets out of control, it gets out of control and it overflows into everywhere because like in Vegas, I've seen the population grow over the years, and now I'm starting to see like I'm starting to see homeless people where I didn't see homeless people at before, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, no, for real.
You
No, I agree. I mean, you know, I've been to Vegas. I've played Vegas a few times over the years. Oh, do you know the band? They were a hip hop band called The Leak.
know, how's it spelled?
Lique.
Dude, yes, I've heard of them.
The lead singer took
Heard of
his
them.
the lead singer took his own life last year. Absolutely amazing band. Oh yeah, it's so sad. I loved him too. He was so cool. I loved him so much. Do you remember what was his name? Reina from the Leak, the Leak, Rasar. Yes, Rasar Amani. Fucking
Oh, you
R.I.P.
know, I know him. One of this guy that I that produced the first project of this year, Trade.
Hmm.
I think that he might have been close with him because I saw him posting up a lot of stuff about the guy. He has an afro, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I seen him posting up a few things about the guy and a few RIPs.
Yeah, man. Rasar, fucking genius, first of all. And then, I mean, just an absolute perform. Yeah. Oh my God. Like, he used to do this thing. I mean, he was such a performance artist. And I'm sorry I just changed subjects right out the gate just because I was like, oh, Vegas.
Natural.
I have a lot of friends in Vegas. I got another rapper who's he's a white dude. He's with red hair and dreads. Hydro, I think is his name. He's another Vegas cat. But anyway, yeah, he was just such a performance artist and so good. It's so sad that he decided that it was time to end things. But so it goes. But yeah. Anyway, sorry to change shit really quickly, but
Damn, RIP.
ADHD. ADHD. Thank you, Jenny. Jenny gets it. Jenny gets it.
Jinto.
Let me see. I'll show you this. Talking about Danny Brown. This is what he's talking about right here.
Yep.
This is that shit right here, man. This is the I mean, these full on neighborhoods, and now it's just fields of shit. And it starts with just blight, man. It starts with one house might burn down, or one house gets all, whatever happens to it, and then the next house, and then it's like a disease or like a virus, and it spreads throughout the neighborhood, and it's real, man. It really is. And I don't know how this is going to turn out, and it's really shitty that we have, we have this system now where I feel like we're at this point, especially in the judicial system, which needs to change, obviously, because of, modern day slavery, that the incarceration, the whole system is just, modern day slavery. But But it's interesting when you see these cities that are sort of just being let go out of just because they want to, because they don't not hurt people's feelings, but they don't want to impose on people's rights to live. Now, I don't know. This is where it's hard for me, because do you let people just live on the streets? Because obviously a lot of people can't afford to live in places like Los Angeles or New York. Or, I mean, where do you put these people? How do you handle this? I mean, they spend $1 billion a year in Los Angeles for homelessness, and it's only getting worse. You know what I'm saying? It's only getting worse. So what is going on? How do you actually fix this problem? I don't know, but obviously they don't know either, and throwing $1 billion a year at it is not really... It's crazy. It's crazy that people right now. So I don't know what the solution is and how you get people off the street, but whatever they're doing is not working. So whatever.
Facts.
Yeah. We have a lot of questions in here that I've just, sorry guys. Pepe wanted to know, Gary, have the rap changed? Oh, has rap changed much since the 90s, or even back more? What's your opinion, and where is the breakdance these days? Thank you, Pepe.
It's changed and evolved, man.
Yeah.
It has. It's changed and evolved, man. And it's like not breakdancing anymore. It's like a million different kinds of dances,
All right.
Like there's an infinite amount of dances now. There's like a new dance every other week, it seems like.
Yeah.
And the dances come with a challenge. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, rap has changed a lot. There's like, it's like, I feel like right now it's like heavy on the melodic side, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Heavy on the melodic side of rap. And I mean, but melodic rap has been out for a long time.
Yeah. I
A
mean,
really long time.
Bones
Like
been around.
melodic rap.
Tupac, you said?
Yeah, like listen to Hail Mary.
Yeah.
That's the hook on that is melodic.
Yeah. Bone. Fucking Bone.
Yeah, Thugs and Harmony, bro. Oh, how did I fucking skip on them? Yeah.
That's Ohio, baby. Cleveland.
Yeah.
That's the interesting thing too about Bone is that I feel like Bone laid a huge foundation for melodic rapping, but also on how some of these newer guys are rapping, because it's not like they'll say like you know, their cadence is just like very sporadic and sparse, and and not that that's what Bone was, because they could be very rapid fire with their words and such, but like I feel like that cadence kind of comes from, because you know, like when you think of how Bones cadence is like, you know, is I'm sorry I can't rap, but I know what cadence and rhythm is, but so like I feel like they kind of laid the foundation for what's even happening now. I mean, Bone is just such a huge fucking influence on that. But yeah, no, I agree with that. Hip hop has changed so much. Rap has changed fucking crazy amount. I mean, do you feel like that some of these rappers now would like get made fun of and eaten up back in the 90s and just like clowned on, just like the way they dress and shit?
Hell yeah, bro. Some of them, hell yeah.
I feel like they would just been chewed up back in the 90s.
But at the same time, man, the rappers that were the rappers of like the 80s and whatnot,
Yeah.
especially the early 80s,
Yeah.
man, they were wearing some wild shit.
Yeah, no, Dr. Dre wore
Wild shit.
yeah, Dr. Dre was wearing lipstick and shit back in his early
bro.
days.
Man. And look at Africa Bambaataa in there,
Yeah.
man. They were wearing some funky shit, bro.
Yeah.
They were dressed like the fucking like YMCA. Like what's that group? What's the YMCA group?
Village People.
Yeah. Yeah, a bunch of rappers were dressed like the fucking Village People, bro.
There is no Portishead now. No, there is not, but that's okay. We only need one. What did they say? Talking of rap, I have video performance, sign language interprets. I was interviewed by the BBC after a video I did of sign language video I did of Eminem that go over. Oh, cool. No worries, Mark. It's all good. Oh, that's rad. Congratulations. The fat boy. Shut up, same. The fat boys. Oh, no.
Markin, what up, baby?
Yeah, Mark's in here doing it. No worries about the English. You're good. You're good. Look, my name is We Speak English Good, so you're in the right place. Okay, so thank you, Pepe, for that question. I appreciate that. Where is Keys to True Star? Bridge broke. Oh, Bridger, I'm sorry you left before I asked your question. Where is Keys to True Star? I don't know what that means.
Oh, the True Star. He's saying Keys the True Star. Actually, I think he's right outside of the door.
Oh, is that your pet?
Yeah, hold on one second.
Oh, they're gonna go get him. The fat boy is Lizzo's godfather. Oh my God, listen, Lizzo is a beautiful and talented artist, but she is unhealthy. I'm not gonna deny that. And as someone who is unhealthy right now, I'm just gonna go ahead and say she's not healthy. That is not healthy.
Open up the door, he ran away. So funny.
He was like, "Nah, fuck that. You ain't gonna get me. You ain't fooling me this time." I don't know. There was a lot of stuff with when Kanye was talking shit about Lizzo, but like I felt like he made a point where he was talking about like promoting unhealthy behavior within within the music community. I mean, right now as someone who works out and you see these people who are calling people fat phobic, and which I don't think you should make fun of overweight people. I'm overweight right now, and I don't want to be made fun of. I'll make fun of myself. But to sit here and to sort of deny the actual science, and I think that's what the point he was making. I don't know what's your thoughts on that, especially as someone who works out and who is motivated, and how does that sit with you when you see people glorifying being overweight, like Lizzo, for example? And again, Lizzo is beautiful and she's talented, and she wants to be overweight. Please, that's great, but I don't. My only quarrel is that telling people that being overweight is okay and that you're fine and you're just being your best you. But please, I'm sorry. What's your thoughts on this?
Well, I mean, like, so like anything done in excess is a bad thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you had a friend who was a functioning crack addict, right? A functioning crack addict, like they were still able to get their shit done, but they're smoking crack every fucking day, bro. Would you say that it's a good thing that they were comfortable with themselves? Would you like prop them up like, oh, I'm glad that you're comfortable with your crack habit and that you're still able to get your job done and shit? Like, maybe you might, but at the same time, it's like, dude, maybe you should stop smoking crack because that is not good for you.
Yeah.
That is not good for you. Yeah. I was 280 pounds, bro. Wow. Like I knew like, yo, this isn't good for my health.
Yeah.
So even though I was comfortable with myself, don't get it fucked up, but I knew that it wasn't good for my health. So I had to make that change. So, it's like, I don't know, like people, I was thinking about this too. Like people use different strategies to get other people to be well. You know what I mean? Like I was thinking about like exactly what you said, like fat shaming, right? People would do that in like elementary, middle school and shit like that, And I was thinking the other day, I was like, well, is that such a bad thing? Because what if these people are just the motivation to get this person to be healthy?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I do.
Bullying is bad, but at the same time, what if you're bullying someone into doing something that's right for themselves?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What if you're bullying someone into bettering themselves? So like when it comes down to it, yeah, you should be comfortable with yourself as a person, but at the same time, you should also take the necessary steps to ensure a more healthy lifestyle. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do, man. I really do. I mean, this is my third or fourth fattening right now. I was like, I lost a bunch when I first moved to California, and I got down to a good size, and then I met my wife, and then I blew up again, and we had our baby, and then I lost, and then we moved back to fucking Ohio, and then the pandemic. So I'm on my third fattening right now. So it bothers me, but like, I think the thing is like, we shouldn't be okay with just being okay. I feel like we should be trying to push ourselves to be better each day, right? Like it's okay to just be okay, but you also want to have some sort of trajectory, and you want to have some sort of goal. You want to aim somewhere, and you want to have something to look forward to. And whatever that thing that you're looking forward to down the road, or whatever it is that you're shooting for, you want to make sure you're able to do it with some grace and some sort of with health intact, because whatever it is that you want to do, and the larger the goal, the harder you got to work and all that. You need to be intact, and you need to have a right mind, and your body and mind are one thing. So you have to, I really can't stop encouraging people to work out, or at least do something, walking, some sort of movement of the body, because sitting stagnant all the time is just, it's not good, man. It's not good. You got to move your body, man. The one thing that sticks with me a lot is do you know who Dick Van Dyke is?
Yeah.
Okay. Dick Van Dyke's like 90. I don't know if he's dead yet, but he was like 90 at I'm not sure if he is, but his ass was like 90 talking to somebody on some news show, and they're like, "What's your secret?" He said, "I never sit down. I just don't sit down. It's like, fuck it. I just got to keep moving. I don't stop because once you stop, that's it. That's it." So you got to keep moving, man. Your body, your mind, everything just works better when you're moving around. I mean, I've been putting on weight, but I've also maintained some sort of like gym routine just because mental health, that's just a huge part of my mental health. So it has to happen whether or not the other parts are in place. Like, okay, so he's 96, still rocking. Yeah, good for him. Don't sit down, says Dick Van Dyke. So I don't know, man. The best thing is to keep health and keep going. And like Lizzo, for example, I was saying this on our last stream, but she's talented, she's beautiful, and there's tons of dudes out there that want to fucking rock that, and women and dims and days and all the people of the spectrum want to smash on Lizzo. But I want Lizzo because she inspires so many people, because she brings joy to so many people, because she gives so much hope to a lot of people. I want her to be able to do that for as long as she can. And and the thing that's going to stop her in her tracks is going to be her weight. And eventually that shit's going to catch up with you. And what's the sad part is once she starts losing that weight, is everybody's going to start hating her for it. Like Adele. Do you remember when Adele lost all that weight? Adele lost weight and
really good.
yes, and they fucking came for her. They came for her. And Sam, welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Sam Will on the beat.
Hey, my boy Sam Will, what up?
Welcome in, welcome in. So it's a very strange thing to think about when your own fans will turn on you because you got healthy. And
That's ridiculous, man.
right. And again, it comes back to that idea is like people don't want to take responsibility for their actions, and it's easier to just be like, well, the patriarchy made me fat. And it's like which again, I'm not trying to shit on those ideas because I do think at some that patriarchy and these different things that oppress people do happen, and they do exist, and it's been a history of it, and that does carry on. It echoes through history, and we're trying to get past that. And maybe we're going too far one way, but we are trying to get past something, and try to heal some sort of trauma going on. So I do see a point to it, but again, I feel like a lot of times it just goes way too far one way. And then now we're at a place where we can't even have conversations about things and stuff.
I think that's like the first step, though. Like with the victimhood mentality. If you could identify and say, "Hey, the patriarchy is what made me fat." Okay, well then don't like. If you know the reason, then now you're that much closer to figuring out a solution. If you know that it's the patriarchy that's making you fat, that's the reason why you want to eat, then what are you going to do to work around that? That's the next step.
Right.
You can't just leave it there where the patriarchy did it. No. Okay, you were able to identify the catalyst. Now what are you going to do to work around that, or to work through that, or to fuck that up and kill it off to where it doesn't even fucking matter anymore,
Right. Yeah. What are you doing to better the situation then? Because the worst thing you can do is understand the problem and do nothing to fix it. It's like, I know that eating a box of Oreos right before bed, first of all, it makes me feel awful in the morning. My stomach hurts. I have heartburn, and I am anxious. It's horrible. Like there's and it makes you fat. It's unhealthy. There's so much to it. And once you know that, and it's like, okay, now I'm just doing this to myself. This is in my control now. Like once you recognize the problem, it's in control. Once you realize that you're the victim, you can start moving towards, not being a victim. And I think that's what we should be telling people is like, hey, let's I recognize your problems, and we should recognize these problems, and we should recognize that people are having issues, and we should recognize that there's still, institutional racism, and there's still, poor gay kids getting beat the shit out of because of who they are. There's still these issues, but we need to, first of all, we need to start taking it upon ourselves to understand what our issue is, and that's going to help us understand how to solve the other issues around us. And obviously, a lot of people, most people aren't going to take responsibility for their problems. But, if we start talking about these things and we start opening these doors where these conversations can actually exist, I feel like we can get back to a place that maybe resembles, being individuals, but also being a part of community, because I feel like there's that's the thing too, is like you have this ideology where it's like only the individual is all that matters. And then you have this other side where it's like, it's all about all of the people. And I don't think it's all one or the other. I definitely think that people need to take individual responsibility, but I also think that they need to be, once they get their house in order, how do we get our neighborhood in order? How do we get our city in order? How do we get our state in order? How do we get our country in order? In that kind of thinking. I don't even know how I got here. I'm just talking at this point. Real Venom, what's good? We're good.
What up?
And in any case, we have more questions. Do you have a response to that? I was just sort of rambling there.
No, it's true, man. It's true, man. You have to be able to maintain your individuality while at the same time being a part of the group.
Yeah, and be a part of the solution. And that's
Exactly.
why I'm not so mad about these pronouns and stuff like that. It's like I want people to be comfortable, but I also don't want to be cast aside and be marginalized if I don't understand all the rules as you guys make them up as we go. So it's like, don't cast me aside. If you guys want to go. I'm still doing this. All right. Love you guys.
Pictures with the Sanderson sisters beforehand. So
my wife's going to they're going to the ballpark or not the ballpark, the baseball diamond. They're watching, what is it called? Hocus Pocus at the baseball diamond. So.
Oh shit, that's dope. The new one?
No, I think the first one.
It's the original.
The original.
And they're gonna have the picture ops with dressed up people and stuff. So
Oh.
he wants the whole experience.
Okay.
It's only $6, you guys. Isn't that a good deal?
It's a good deal.
And you get snacks.
And you get snack. They come with them.
They give you a snack voucher, so you get to watch the movie and you get a snack voucher for $6.
Oh, well, enjoy, you guys.
Have fun. Have a good conversation. Sorry to interrupt. Here, give me a kiss.
All right.
Okay.
Mwah.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye, chat.
Okay. Sorry, guys. Y'all had to witness that. Everybody puke in your mouth, swallow it down, and let's move on. Naders wants to know, is there 3 R's? Is 3 R's an option?
Yeah, I take everybody's R's. So infinite R's.
Everybody's R's is mine. Give me your R's. That's a good answer. Okay, 808 Diffraction wants to know, what is your strongest skill? Ooh, not bad.
I guess it'd be wordplay and just coming up with words. So writing.
When did you start writing? I don't know. Did you start with poetry first, or has it always been rhymes and rapping?
It's pretty much always been rhymes, but that was partly poetic at some moments, but that was the more cheesy moments. But I started a long time ago, man. I remember recording myself on the two-track cassette tape deck shit.
Yeah.
But I didn't start taking it serious, I guess, until I was 15. So I think that was 17 years ago.
Wow. 15. Yeah. Well, that's a pretty decent age. What sort of attracted you to want to do that?
Dude, I guess it was mostly I needed a way to express myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I needed a way to express myself. And plus back then, I had hella crushes and shit. So I would make hella songs for girls.
Nice.
They never worked though.
Oh, shit. All right, Robbie, be well. I love you, brother. Um, yeah, yeah, that's the biggest misconception I feel like is that being a musician it gets you laid. It doesn't get you laid. That shit doesn't do shit. Unless you're like super famous or like doing really well and like you
Mhm.
could bring people people who you're trying to fuck or people who are trying to fuck you when they see a whole group of people like basically bowing to you like a god, that's when those juices get flowing. If you're
Exactly.
up on stage by yourself and there's three people and you're playing to the bartender and that shit
Yeah.
just looks like it looks like what it looks like. All right, you're playing to an empty room. I don't know, man. It's never worked for me. But that's funny. That's funny that you did. So how would that work? Would you like rap for a girl? Like how did you attempt
I
to?
would like give it to him in a note.
Oh
You know.
shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Okay.
would give it to him in a note, man.
Uh,
That never worked though.
What did you have any
Worked.
good reactions? Did you have anybody ever laugh at you? Like, what was any pain we can have a good laugh at right now?
Damn. I had some non-responses,
Yeah.
but they a few of the chicks did like this one song that I recorded. Like that was I didn't make it for any girl in particular. I probably had a girl on my mind that I was when I was making it, but yeah, it was more like a general song for the ladies. It was called "Come With Me," and I
Oh,
performed it like for I think it was my junior year for the talent show, junior or senior year, one of those two. And I performed it for the talent show. It was on my MySpace page. I had a music MySpace, and that was like all the chicks' favorite song, you know?
hell yeah, hell yeah. Well, hey man, I mean, you got at least you had one. At least you had one. I don't think that. Oh, that's not true. I have had one experience where I probably could have gotten laid after my performance, but I was already married, so it don't work out very well. It didn't work out very well, but like it was very nice. That's the thing about being in a relationship too is like I don't have any urge to go out and cheat on my wife. I love my wife. I love my family. we got a son and stuff, so I'm like
Oh, it's beautiful.
very yeah exactly. I'm very happy with what we have attained as a relationship, so would never want to fuck that up. But it does feel nice to be wanted, and it's so like when you're out on the road or whatever, and someone's like, "Hey," and I'm just like, "What's up?" I'm married, which I don't have a wedding ring, but the thing that I do to make sure that shit really just ends that whole vibe is like, "Oh yeah, my son and my wife." I'll just start talking about them like right off the bat, just so it's like just so you know, sweetie, this is where we're at. But it's nice. It is nice to be wanted, but I would never take that step to fuck shit up because, man, there's nothing better than. Are you in a relationship? Do you have any kids? No.
No.
Single? Do you like being single?
I mean, it's cool, but it's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you want more? Do you want a family? Do you want children? Do you want?
one day.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, that's cool. But did you grow up religious at all?
Yeah, Christian.
Do you still do that? Are you still practicing?
No, no, I'm like not in the church, but I still believe.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just not in the church like that. A lot of organized religion puts a bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah.
A large portion of it.
Mm.
Like there should be there shouldn't be like a $1 million church in the middle of the hood.
Right.
Why
Everybody.
is the pastor driving a fucking Benz?
Right. Right. Everybody's driving fucking a shitty jalopy, and here comes Pastor with the caddy and the Benz and shit.
Yeah, man, like what the fuck are you doing, dude?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah. That is weird. Yeah. I don't like that shit, man. Either. That's what turns me off too. Is that whole the humanity of religion is just the worst part of it because it's like at the end of the day we're human and we're gonna make mistakes. We're gonna wanna do things we're not supposed to do and take things we're not supposed to take and take advantage of things that is wrong, but we're gonna do it anyways.
Hmm.
It's just how it is, man. It's just how it is. But yeah, I feel that, man. I feel that you. So you still have a connection to God and Jesus and all that. It's just I'm not waking up at 8 in the morning to go hang out with a bunch of hypocrites at a hot building?
Yeah, no way.
He said, "No way, no way." Okay, we got more questions here. Let's say, Gary, why don't you get banned from Twitch to have a month off? And that's Bridger bloke who already left. Sorry, Bridger.
Fucking Bridger is king troll, man.
All right, he's just true.
Never take a month off.
Never, no.
Never take a month off.
What does time off look like for you?
Either I'm sick or on vacation.
And on vacation, are you one to like leave electronics behind and just sort of try to be in the moment, or do you always feel
I take my shit with me. Take my shit with me.
Like even on vacation, you'll take your laptop and be like, "Oh, I'm gonna make a beat right now."
Nah, I wouldn't make a beat or work on music or anything, but I'll take it with me just in case. Do some of the back end work.
That's the thing about owning your own business, bro. It's not, there's never days off.
Bro, I'm telling you.
So,
I'm telling you.
So then, you live off music. What's your primary sources of income? And I'm not trying to ask for numbers or anything, but like like obviously Twitch and then what else? Like, are you selling beats? How are you making your money as a musician?
Yeah, it's Twitch and it's taking care of my grandpa. Like I'm his certified caregiver.
Cool.
So
hell yeah. Your grandpa? How old's your grandpa?
He's 89, man.
Yeah. Is he still? Is he still able to walk? I mean, I know you.
Yeah, man. It's not that much of a chore at all.
Oh,
like
okay.
he gets up in the mornings. He'll even cook his own breakfast and whatnot. He just has to get around with the walker, and then, he has memory problems. So like, I'll make sure that he gets his medication, that he gets to his doctor's appointments, that the bills are paid, all that, all the little technical garbage. So he could just kick it around the house, watch TV, fuck with the cat, talk on the phone,
Hell yeah. That's nice, man. That's really nice. How did you end up taking that position in life? Like, how did you end up as a caregiver to your grandpa?
Well, man, like, first off, like, he basically raised me.
Yeah.
So, like, he did it for me. Him and my grandma, they did it for me. So, why not pay him back? As soon as when I was diagnosed with cancer in 2018, I decided, like, obviously I'm not going to be able to stay inside my apartment or pay the bills because I'm not going to be able to work. Yeah. Every time I had a chemo treatment, I would have to stay in the hospital for like the whole month.
God damn.
So I decided to move back in with him. And that was a great decision because he really needed it,
Yeah.
He really needed it.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Like I moved back from California to Ohio, and when I got here, it was like a perfect time, even though it was a horrible time because like I had some aunts who, I had my my tia Maria and my tia Emily, they both were sick, and so they needed help, and I was able to do that. I was able to be there, and
that's beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely is. And we ended up living with my mom for a little while, especially during the pandemic. So like. Mm-hmm. I when I came back to Ohio, I was just like, oh fuck, I'm a failure. That sucks. I never wanted to come back here. I left Ohio because I wanted to go to California and do something cool. Mm-hmm. And which I did. I created a family, and then we came back here, which sucked. My wife wanted to come here. She's from California. She don't give a shit. She don't care about mountains and oceans. Anyways, but at the time I saw it as such a step backwards, but now that I've been through these last, 4 or 5 years since I've been back, and it's like I've been able to be here for my family. I've been able to be here, for very important times for my family's existence. And I was able to help my mom and be there for my mom and stuff. So, like, if you're able to help your family, man, that shit is such a rewarding thing. Not in a selfish way, it's a very selfless thing, I think, People are like, oh, you moving back in with your mom. And it's like, we needed each other at that time. You know what I mean? Like, especially during the pandemic. And my father has passed. So, like, I don't know, man. It's very nice to be able to help your family. And because you're absolutely right. They raised your ass. So why not, you got to give back.
Especially if they raised you right, or if you feel like if you actually feel appreciative of it. I mean, why would you not, man?
Yeah. Well, I
think some people, they had a fucked up upbringing, and their kids were jackasses. You know, I could understand. You know.
Yeah, no, and I get that. I get that, you know, some people don't have a great relationship with the people who made them, but if you do have that opportunity to do it, I suggest you do it because it's very rewarding and you know, it's just be there for your people. I think it's one of those. It sucks that there's so many people who are divided right now. Even families are divided, and it's like, man, if a time you need family, it's like right now because the world is going through such a fucked up shift right now, and you know people are so divided in ideology and political stances, and just you know it right now it's like your friends and family is who you should be attending to. Don't fucking worry about assholes online. Don't try to worry about impressing people online with followers or you know whatever you think you need to do. What you need to do is make sure that your house is in order and that your family is good because to see your family flourish and do it together is a very rewarding, beautiful thing. Naders, no worries, buddy. You have a great rest of your day. Totally didn't think my grandma would make it through the pandemic, even caught COVID last year, and is now well. Hey, hell yeah, let's go.
Hell yeah! Shout out to Granny.
6 generations in my family, and my grandma remembers everyone's name. Fuck yes, let's go. Samuel, at the end of the day, we all got to treat each other the way we want to be treated. Yeah, the golden rule. What happened to the golden rule? So when did you get into production?
Oh man, probably the same time when I started taking writing serious because I figured, shit, I need beats. And one of my homies, he was making beats and he would give me beats. His name was W.B.
All right.
And he actually gave me the program to start, you know, making my own instrumentals and taught me the basics.
Which program?
FL.
Oh,
started off
hell
FL,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
no FL nowadays. I've grown. I'm an adult now, so I use Logic.
I'm an adult now. I use Logic. Yo, some of the things that people are doing with FL right now are pretty cool still. Like I see some of these kids on I have a friend from India, his name is Wild But Sober. I think he uses
Oh yeah, Veiled. That's my dude. Yeah.
Yeah, or does he use FL or does he use Cubase? I can't remember.
He uses FL.
Yeah. But so it's really interesting to see these kids right now just freaking FL, man. Oh, dude. FL gang.
Yes, Logic gang, bro.
Hey, man. Well, no, I'm Logic now. I was. Have you ever fucked with Ableton at all?
Dude, I got it for free with some keyboard that I got like over a decade ago. I cracked it open one time, looked at it, and I was like, nah. This is too confusing. Not for me.
It sucks to get to know. Like the learning curve sucked. But I really like the workflow with it. It has great automation tools and stuff like that. But I mean, you know them all. You know, they're all like kind of the same in some ways or another. But yeah, no, Logic is awesome. Logic is what I freak too, man. It's fun to Logic game. It's fucking I don't want to hear Nathan about no other DAW loser. Yeah, fuck you and your other DAWs. Logic only. Oh, look at that. Is that your emote? Is that
Yeah, that's my emote.
Your Logic emote? Hey, let's go. So are you pretty much a Mac person?
Yeah. I'm a Mac gang. I'm a Mac gang, man.
Are you?
But
is that how you stream too?
Yep, stream off the Mac too.
Oh, okay. We tried doing that. It didn't work out for us. We had to go and get a PC.
Wow.
But
man,
it worked out. But you know, it's good. I got diversity in my platforms or what, you know. Let's go to the next question. I'm just talking shit. We loves you, dude. So that was Bridger said he loves you. So there you go. We missed a Baby Yoda, which I don't care. Okay, from Jenny, why do you market the way you do? Why do you market the way you do with giveaways and merch redemptions and whatnot? You have giveaways and stuff. So tell us about your marketing a little bit and why you do it.
Yeah, I just like for people to have my product. You know, I want people to have something that's going to be able to last and stick with them, maybe even forever. You know what I mean? So that's why I do the giveaways, man. I want the people who support me to feel like they're getting something in return, you know?
Yeah.
Um, also have it to where, you know, if you could collect 50,000 channel points, you get free merch from my shop.
Nice. That,
So
that, that what man? I need to raise mine. I think mine's only 20,000, but mine's a free sticker. I send you a sticker, so 20,000 is bad.
yeah, that's not bad. That's
Nah.
good right there. Yeah, they get to pick like if they get up to 50K, they could pick any piece of merch that they want from my shop, and then they get it for free. Or if they want, they could just get $22 because that 22 thing, I'm trying to drill it in everybody's head. You know, dropping out on the 22nd.
Ah,
Garry With 2Rs. You could get $22 or a free piece of merch.
there you go. There you go. This is Gary's command. What is Gary's command? Woo
Oh, the
man.
Logic Gang, the Logic Gang thing.
Oh, that's it. Okay. You stick with Logic. Fuck everybody else. Have you ever, I mean, like even Prody, you never fucked with Pro Tools?
Nope.
That's how.
Nope.
And Reason, I heard you rap about Reason. Have you fucked with Reason?
Oh yeah, I had Reason before. I used Reason. Reason was cool to work in.
Yeah, I thought so. Were you in Reason before they like was like a full on DAW?
Yeah, it was before you could record vocals in there.
Yeah, me too. Like I think I got in Reason like around 3 or something, 3.5. I don't know, but yeah, that I loved Reason for a long time. But then everybody got the idea is like, oh, we should just make all of this one because why wouldn't we do that? Because do you remember? Did you used to slave Reason to like FL or the?
Yep.
You used to be slaving fucking shit to it. It's like, do people even do that anymore? Is that even a thing that happens anymore?
I don't know.
Like, do they slave some? I don't even know if that's a thing anymore. That's so weird. Anyways, oh well. The Windows command. He has an auto command. I taught him how to pop up when someone says Windows or another dog. Okay. I see. So we got so you just want to make sure that people are remembering and making sure that you got that 22 drills in and you want people to make sure they feel like they're getting something as well.
Exactly.
Yeah. Which if you listen to any like marketing people, the thing that I saw like when you're trying to grow your socials or something, they're just like, you gotta have something to offer. You have something to offer, and then you throw your pitch or whatever it is, and then you throw your thing. I don't know. I don't know. Do you fuck with TikTok at all?
Bro, I don't, man.
Yeah, man.
So I can never get anything to pop on there, and then I don't like watching little video clips for some reason. I don't like video clips.
Really?
They're just it's boring to me.
You like long form stuff?
Yeah, because I want something that has a point and a purpose to it. Like I'll listen to a fucking 3-4 hour podcast before I'll ever get on TikTok. Like I'll be on Drink Champs listening to Drink Champs and shit like that, you know? Yeah. But it's because I can I can work while that's on in the background. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If I'm on TikTok, I'm not doing anything except for looking at my screen. I can't work and be on TikTok at the same time. Yeah. And that's the biggest reason. You know, I can work out and have my podcast in the background. I can work out and I can have fucking Stranger Things on in the background, you know? Yeah, I just have to set my mirrors up the right way to where I can watch while I'm working out.
Hell yeah. Hey, you gotta do it however you gotta do it. I mean, shit, dude. I still hate working out, so whatever gets you through it. I've been able to I figured out that I can scroll through TikTok as I work out on the elliptical or on the bike or something. No, that is the worst part about it though, is that it is a time killer. And that's why I listen to audiobooks too. Because I can't just sit there and read and while I have other things to do. So I won't be able to concentrate on reading because I'll just keep going back to like, oh shit, I gotta get that done. Oh shit, I gotta get that done. Oh shit, I gotta get that done. Or because of my ADHD, I'll just read like 3 pages and be like, I have no idea what I even fucking read, because that's just how my brain operates. So yay. But yes, everything is turning into TikTok and IG. That's why it's like, man, you gotta be careful with how far you guys get involved in Instagram, because I don't think Instagram is gonna survive for the like TikTok is, if America keeps TikTok legal, because America is playing with the idea of making TikTok illegal, because it's definitely like a Chinese spying app that everyone has on their stuff. So, not being racist or anything, guys, that's just what's going on. Like China literally has direct access to your phone calls now. Like if you read the TOS, or not TOS, yeah, terms of service on TikTok, it's really scary that they have access to all your shit. They can see your text messages and stuff, everything. And as soon as you download and agree to that on TikTok, all your information is in the Chinese government has access to it. It's just how it is. I don't know what they're doing with it. Not saying they're doing anything horrible with it, but that's what's happening. So yeah, but TikTok, if it lasts, is where it's at. Really, it is. And I've seen so much that community is very active, and they are very much sort of how like Twitch is, where people are very active and they'll go and look at your, they'll follow you on all your platforms. They'll go and look you up in different areas, and they'll go listen to your music and shit. Kind of, not exactly. TikTok is much more direct because you have people in your community who really like what you do. They come hang out with you. They see you all the time. You know, they're constantly interacting. With TikTok, it's a little different, but they're very active in going and finding other platforms that you do stuff on. So it's kind of cool. And the live streaming right now on TikTok is killing it. So I'm just saying, yeah, the live streaming is huge on TikTok right now. And they have, I thought I saw emotes in there one time, and they have subs and you can tip and stuff now.
You have to have like a certain amount of followers before that could happen.
1,000.
Okay.
So like 1,000, and then at 10,000 you can monetize. So I hit 10,000 pretty quickly. Just by playing the game. Literally it's playing the game. So like you could, like for instance, what you could do if you wanted to, or wanted to take time to do it, would be like something to offer, right? Like, do you know how to bounce down your tracks after you're done with your track? Let's get into it. And then you just do a quick tutorial and show them how to bounce your tracks down. That's like a very stupid, easy one, but it's how you do it. You're presenting a question, or you're presenting a proposition, and you're offering something. I'm telling you, I watched too many of those fucking videos. So literally, it's just, I ask a question and then I deliver on some information. It's stupid, but it works.
Okay, that seems pretty simple.
And so I'm almost at 15K, and I make money off of my posts. So whatever, I'm doing stuff.
That's dope, bro. That's dope as fuck.
You don't make that much, but at least you don't feel like you're just throwing stuff into. Yeah, I know I'm suspended, Moving Dutchman. You don't have to fucking remind me. I knew I'm too hot for the talk, but listen, I'm coming back today at 6 p.m. and I'm gonna drop a 4-part series on the Nicki Minaj Lotta Twitter beef. So y'all better be watching now. Coming for you. Okay, that was stupid. All right, so moving on. So you all know, everyone go and give all your information to the Chinese government and get on TikTok so you can really be somebody. Let's see. Long-term and short-term goals, Sam Will.
Okay. Fuck, man. I guess the short term and the long term are pretty much this. Well, short term is to keep on doing these tracks every day. You know, long term is to find more people that would like to be involved in my community, that like what I have to offer, and to also find more ways to, I don't want to say reward, but to find more things to offer to the people who are already fucking with me. You know, those are the two main things. You know, to make the community feel more like a community.
Yeah. Have you ever done this? What do you guys want me to do more of? And then it's just blank. Chat goes dead. Cartoons, Jenny, right there. Cartoons. Let's get some Captain Caveman going. So, Robbie, it does look like TikTok, they do save the VODs. So you can download VODs, and they kind of have the same setup as Twitch, except you only have the 19 by 20, or was it 18 by, what is it? I forgot the specs, but the pixels, but you only get that up and down shape. So everything you stream, this is your whole screen. You have to stream it with this shape. So you'll see like the dude's face and a little bit of his guitar and or his piano. But they kill it. They kill it. I'm telling you, man, TikTok is killing it. You know what also TikTok showed me? What I really like about TikTok is it shows me a realistic picture of what's happening, even though it's all tailored to your algorithm. It shows me real-time news. And one thing that I am noticing is how many POCs are red pilling right now. How many Mexicans, how many black dudes, how many Asians are all on TikTok being like, fuck these Democrats, fuck these. You know what I'm saying? Like Candace Owens. Yeah, Candace Owens is out there. She's, I don't know. Have you noticed that there's a lot of POCs right now sort of coming out as conservative and just sort of like they're kind of sick of shit. And, I'm not trying to talk about politics, but I do think it's interesting how this party, the Democratic Party, who is supposed to be the party of the people and of the underserved, and people forget that the Democrats were the party of slavery. But, things changed, obviously. And so, I don't know. Have you noticed that? Like, I've been noticing it. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just how my algorithm is. But I have been noticing a lot of POCs red pilling like a motherfucker. I don't know. Do you even pay attention to that shit?
I really haven't. But, I mean, not recently. But back in the day, like, when I was working my job and whatnot, I did notice it, when I was working. But lately, I haven't as much. I guess I'm kind of numb to it.
Yeah, I feel you. I'm sure, especially as a black dude, like you have to live it every day, and then you have to see it all over the place on the internet everywhere, and so I'm sure it's just constantly there. I don't know, like when I talk to like my hardcore uncle, so like I'm half Mexican and I'm half white. And my white side of the family are like these hardcore Democrats, factory workers, worked at Ford forever, got fucked over when GM and Ford all fucked over their people in 2008. But they're hardcore Democrats and they refuse. And I've seen this with a lot of white Democrats. They refuse to believe that that people of color are like, fuck you. And I'm not saying that I'm red pilling or anything, because I've just turned into a fence sitter. Both sides of the aisle fucking disgust me. They're just fucking gross. Fuck them both in the face. But it is interesting to see how deluded people are about this. It's like, yo, you don't understand. Like, people are kind of sick of this whole thing that's going on. And like, even when I talk to you and like you're kind of like numb to it and you're sort of removed from it, and because you're busy fucking creating, which is probably the best thing you could probably do to your brain. It's like, I don't know, man. It's just it's really odd to see people sort of deluded. It was like when everyone thought Hillary was gonna win, and then all of a sudden Trump was winning. And then, which I think Dave Chappelle did a beautiful way of showing it on SNL, how many fucking people of color were like, no one's surprised. The only people here who are surprised are the white folks. And I'm not trying to fucking turn this into a white bashing thing, because that's not what I'm trying to do. Obviously, I'm pretty pale myself. But it's still it's very weird that this delusion of like people are just gonna stay in line and they're gonna like and you know what I hear as well is like I don't think like I'll hear white people saying like why would they vote against their best interest? I don't think they're that dumb. Like things like that, right? Like I hear this from people who are woke and white, and they're just like they're not that dumb to vote against it. What the fuck are you talking? It's become this thing where white folks think they know better again, and and it's weird because they just disguise it as this idea of woke, and they disguise it as like empathy and compassion, but then they'll be like, but if you say something again, bringing it back to Kanye because all roads lead back to Kanye in this channel. They expect you to act a certain way, and then when you don't act that way, then all of a sudden you're the bad guy, you're racist, it's like I don't know, it seems like there's a movement of people of color who are like tired of holding the standards that white people hold up for them. I don't know. I'm sorry we're even talking about this, but I don't know. How do you feel about the whole situation? Because the way you talk, it seems like you're kind of sick of all this bullshit too. So I don't know.
Yeah, bro. It's like like anyone who's too hardcore on either side, kind of like it's kind of weird to me because it's like, dude, like both sides ain't shit. Like
Yeah.
Like there's no party that's just like, oh, this party is a good party. No, they're fucking number one, they're both working together at all times. So no matter what the fuck we see on the outside, on the surface, they're both working together. They're working with each other to get shit done at every given step. And if you think like, oh man, the Republicans, they're so brazen, and then they're just taking whatever they want, blah 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 blah. It's like, well, the fucking Democrats are just sitting back and they're just letting them do it. They're letting them do whatever the fuck they want to. So tell the Democrats to stop being such fucking pussies and to make some fucking actual change that actually benefits the people, so they can actually do what their party supposedly stands for.
Yeah.
It's like both sides are fucked up. Like you've got Republicans that are fighting to fucking ban abortions, and then you got bitch ass Democrats that are just sitting here and letting them do it. Like.
Yeah, and they have control of they have control over all the three things, right? Their president, the Senate, and the Congress. They have control over all that except for the judges. What the fuck? The Supreme Court. Thank you. And so like, but not only that. Back when Obama was in charge, he could have solidified, this whole abortion thing long ago. But none of these people want to upset their constituents, it's just they're all fucking cowards. They're fucking cowards and they're all controlled by the same corporate overlords, and that's the whole thing. Oh, I love your Kanye fucking emote. Thank you so much for dropping that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Fuck, dude. I gotta get my Kanye emote back up and going. That's where it's at, man. That's where it's at. Let's get some more questions going, because we gotta end this shit sometime. I'm sure somebody's got to pee here. Okay, so we got long-term and short-term goals. Do you leave the house to work out? Jenny asks.
No, the gym is actually in the same room as the studio.
Dang, that's tight. What kind of what are you working with? You got like a machine? You got free weights? What you doing?
Yeah, free weights, bro. Free weights. I got a bench and a barbell and some dumbbell handles that you could just screw the weights onto.
Yeah. Hell yeah. That's all you need.
Exactly, bro.
You don't need nothing fancy. Just some fucking dumbbells and a bench. You're good, man. Like, people think they need this fancy ass equipment. I'm lucky my apartment has a gym on site, so fuck, dude. I canceled my gym membership. I was like, fuck that. I paid too much for this apartment to have a gym membership. I'm going to that goddamn gym. I use that gym. And you know what? It's open 24 hours a day, even on Christmas.
Oh shit, bro. Fuck it then. All
Right?
you need is the key, right?
I got my key. I got my key. Okay, so you work out in house. What? How do you do isolating workouts, or do you do
Yeah.
like, so you'll do like chesticles one day and
Yep.
your biceps one day, and okay. Well,
Yep.
use your own body weight. Yeah, well, I do that.
I do that.
Why not? Yeah, dude, do 100 squats. Do 100 body weight squats. See how that goes for you. Shit
Yeah,
fucking
I even have
sucks.
the resistance bands too, so a little bit of everything.
Oh yeah, you gotta, dude. Those resistance band getting that. That's why your fucking. That's why your arms look so cut up, huh? Those resistance bands. I was looking
Resistance.
at your arms like, oh, this dude works up.
Yeah, resistance bands are everything, bro.
Hell yeah, get those. Get the detail going. Um, all right, let's see. Jenny has another question. Do you grow plants or kill them?
I do both. I grow them to kill them.
I kill plants. I grow plants. I smoke plants. I hear you talking about. I hear you talking a lot about like eating mushrooms and stuff. Is that something that's your fucking? Are you an advocate for eating
Yeah,
hallucinogens?
man. Microdosing is the shit, but here's the thing. I
Yeah,
just haven't had time to do it. I haven't had time to do it lately, dude. I've been sitting on the same ounce of shrooms for like a year.
that's tight. Hey man, that's good. That's the thing about shrooms too. People are fucking like, people are afraid to get addicted to things. You're not getting addicted to shrooms.
Bro, no, there's no fucking way.
They'll kick your
There's no,
ass before you're addicted to them.
and the funny, strange ass thing about shrooms is like the dose that you start off with is basically that's gonna be your high. Like even if you take some more and try to get higher, it's not gonna work. I mean, at least for me, it doesn't work for me. Like if I'm already peaking and I try to take some more because I'm like, oh, I like this feeling, it doesn't increase my peak. I don't find another peak. No, I'm stuck at the same level.
I'm at the same peak. There's no more peaks going on here. Yeah, that's why. That's why if I'm going to do it, if I want to get to a certain place, I'll just take it all at once. But like,
Exactly.
I was just at Willitown, which is this festival that this Twitch partners, Glow Stick Willie, they throw every year. And we got invited, and it was like a little mini TwitchCon, but with way more drugs.
That's dope.
Hell yeah, it was super dope. I had so much fun because it's a hippie festival. They're like a hippie metal band here on Twitch, but they
Uh-huh.
also have a really cool regional following and stuff. I forgot why I brought. Oh yeah, because I had a bunch of. So I had a bunch of shrooms all like in little gel caps, and so I was just eating them throughout the night. It's like hey, and so I was just like you were saying, I was just maintaining this like real chill, loopy little like everything was kind of swirly, everything kind of the colors are a little bit brighter. And then I put on a wig and perform boobs in front of lots of people in the middle of the night. High off
Yay!
my ass. And it was tight. I had a good time. Loved it. But yeah, man, I love shrooms because you can just take a little couple of them and it just adds this little weird this sheen over everything, right? Like I don't know. Have you found any benefits of microdosing and creating? Have you seen any benefits in that?
Bro, it's funny, man. Like I feel like I rap the same no matter what I'm on. Like if I'm drunk, if I'm smoking, if I'm microdosing, if I'm all three at the same time, I'm always able to rap at the same caliber, man. It doesn't make me
Oh,
any more creative, any less creative, or anything.
hmm. That's cool. Do you fuck with weed at all?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I smoke every day.
I smoke every day. Is that something that you'll do before you start working? And does that help you in creation as well?
See, I used to. I
Mm.
used to smoke before, or like, after I finish a verse, I'll smoke. But I noticed that it would make it to it's just inconvenient as fuck because I'm always having to clear my throat. Because when you take a big rip, you get the phlegm and shit, in your chest, and it's just
Right.
before every verse. It's like,
Yeah.
dude, no, this is way too inconvenient. So I just started doing it after I'm done making a track.
Okay. So you go into it
Sober.
sober, and that's for production as well.
Yeah, well, I haven't made a beat in a few months now.
Oh,
But
okay. And
but
so
yeah,
what you're doing right now is just like when you're creating these, that you're doing a lot of beats that other people serve you up and stuff like that. Or okay, okay, and then you're just doing a lot of vocals and stuff.
yeah, yeah. Like me and the boy Sam Will got our project is coming out in December.
Oh hell yeah,
Yep.
hell yeah. That's tight. What you guys are doing a collab now? Sam, is he also, or are they also a
He's the
rapper
producer.
producer?
Producer. Yep.
They stream on Twitch, right?
No, Sam doesn't stream.
Oh, okay. I thought someone's
I don't
shouted
think he
him.
streams.
He's been
But
streaming for 4 years. You didn't know.
yeah, with the projects, man, it's each project is produced by a different producer, but for like every song, it's going to be the same producer. You know,
Okay.
it's 10. Each album is 10 tracks, and the producer will produce all 10 of those tracks. So the one that me and Sam have coming out in December, he produced all 10 of the tracks, and I'm rapping on them.
Oh hell yeah, hell yeah. Act Too Cold.
AC Too Cold, that's my boy. We got one dropping in November.
All right, all right.
Dropping in November. He produced all the tracks on that one.
Is he a community member?
Yep.
I see. That's dope,
Yep.
man. I love that. I love the whole like producer and rapper hip hop scene on Twitch, because like it's just the whole chat's like half of them are producers. Like half of them are just musicians, and like they'll be able to help you figure shit out. And like, I just love that whole idea that Twitch is able to sort of like bring just like really creative people together in such a interesting way, man. Like, did you start streaming on Twitch during the pandemic?
What's that? That was, I guess so. It was January of 2021. So I think that's technically during the pandemic. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it is. It is. Hell yeah, that's the way to do it, man. What were you doing? Were you still were you when did you go from like working like a regular job to like full-time music? When did that happen?
That was 2018 when I got diagnosed with
Okay,
cancer.
okay. So once you did that, your life changed. You're like, fuck this. I'm hustling. I'm grinding. Life is too short.
Yeah.
I'm doing this like all the way, which is pretty awesome. I know a lot of people who've been faced with, with the possibility of their own death, and they just sit there and eat McDonald's and fucking until they die, which is horrible to say, but I know people who've died like that, who just like, no, this is it. I guess I got cancer and I'm going to go eat McDonald's and sit here and watch TV until my number's up. Which is very sad, but
Yeah, that's sad, man.
that's just how it goes. Some people, but like if that's what made them happy in their final days, which it didn't. Who am I to say that what's right and what's wrong? But whatever. Anyways, let's see. Jenny has more questions here. The key. Oh, is Keys back yet?
No.
Keys is out. Keys is
Ooh,
out.
right away.
He's like, I'm done with these people. Do you feel you are too hot for Twitch? That was probably directed towards me. But you can answer it too. I'm gonna go ahead. Oh, too hoot. Sorry, too hoot for Twitch. Am I too hoot for Twitch? I don't know. I've been told that I shouldn't say some of the things that I say on Twitch, but I gotta say, Twitch has never, ever, ever once even said that what I've done or said is bad, or has been take down. Only fucking take down. Well, in Instagram and Facebook. I'll admit it. Look, I've been on Facebook longer than any of these fucking apps, and there's some shit. I feel like that's what's gonna bring me down eventually is my Facebook posts. Like everybody else, they're gonna be digging through my face. I knew he was a piece of shit. Look at it. Look right here. In 2007, when he was 21 and drunk off his ass, he said, "Why do white women age like shit?"
Bro,
I knew he was
man. It's like, dude, man, they're gonna find some of my old ass shit when I was way too young to even know any different.
Yeah, and they're gonna get you. They're gonna get you, and that's just how it goes. And That's what's so funny about this whole like cancel culture shit is like Jimmy Kimmel is a great example that just happened. Like Jimmy Kimmel would always like rile up the woke crowd. He always pandered to the woke crowd, and then all of a sudden some shit came out about him, and they all turned on him. Eventually, they're gonna come for you, no matter how much you care, how much you feel you're woke, how much you feel that you've done for marginalized people. No matter how many black friends you have or how many fucking times you donated to a charity, it doesn't matter. They're coming for your ass. All right, they're coming for you. Doesn't matter if you have a Ukraine fucking flag in your Twitter bio or on your screen name. Doesn't matter if you blacked out your fucking picture for a couple weeks. They're coming for you. They're eventually. As I know they've come for me, but that's okay. That's okay. Not the Karens. Some white women. It's all right. Listen. And again, I don't want to shit on white people because it's not. Obviously, look at me. But it's still. It's like it's a very much a. It's what. It's what we've come to as a culture now. It's okay to just shit on white people. So why not jump in on? No, I'm just kidding. Okay, we have more questions over here. Do you? How high are you right now? Sam is asking.
Not high at all, man.
Not high at all.
Only time I only smoke once a day, and it's that fat ass bowl that I smoke after I'm done making a song. It's like the dessert for the end of the day.
Okay. So you're
blow one.
Oh, that's cool. It's sort of like a reward.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn.
Exactly.
I bet you save so much money like that.
Bro, I actually grow my own shit, so.
Oh yeah, because you can't you?
Yep.
Okay. Yep. Okay, that's dope. Is it completely legal in Nevada?
Yeah.
Okay. Damn it. See,
yeah,
we got medical, but I'm not paying like $300 every 3 months to get a fucking medical card. Eat shit, bro. Ohio. Yeah, right? That's so stupid. Even in California, you can get them for like $20 now, but no one cares about medical anymore. Do you guys have it where you can get rec and then medical, and then the medical you get like a cheaper rate, or is it all just rec? Okay, so you guys still do that.
Gets cheaper. But dude, they don't really care. Like, you can grow without a medical marijuana card.
Oh yeah, because it's legal. But I was just because they do that here too, where like in Michigan it's completely legal. But the thing about in Michigan is that you have access to higher grade stuff. Like you have
exactly that too.
Okay.
Yeah, like edibles, or you get higher grade edibles if you have a medical marijuana card. Yeah,
that's where I'm at, man. See, it's just getting to that point now where smoking is getting too hard on my lungs and it's fucking up my cardio. So I'm getting to the point now where it feels like edibles are gonna be the way I go forward. But edibles scramble my brains. Like it just it turns it into mush, man. Like I forget everything. I walk in the rooms. I'm like, why am I in this fucking room? And it's too much. It's too much. Okay, let's get through these questions and then we'll start wrapping up because hey, people have things to do. When do you stream? Jenny wants to know.
Oh, every night at 11 p.m. West Coast time.
There you go, y'all. So make sure you're in it. PST. Man, so you've been doing it every day for how long?
Shit, man. Well, I'm taking, some time off here and there for, like I said, in case I get sick or vacation. Mm-hmm. But since I started, wait, you know what? No, I'm lying. It wasn't since I started, because I started off and I was going like maybe 3-4 days a week. I think I started doing it every day last summer. So probably around July-ish.
Nice. Well, damn, man, that's a lot of hours in the studio and on Twitch, man. That is something else. Like who else? Off Cadence. I think you know Off Cadence.
That's my guy.
Yeah, that's his, man. Just every day. I don't get that. I also got oh shit. Did we lose Gary?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're losing him. Give him a second to come back. Yeah, in Florida we got medical. It's way too expensive. I hate that. Why do they make it so fucking expensive? It's so annoying. So fucking stupid. It's fine, Jenny. We're good. As soon as
Can you hear me now?
you're starting to come through. You're starting to come through. It's still choppy though. It's still choppy. It's choppy. Anonymity. 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 Fuck me. No, it's Google. It's Google Meets. We probably.
Anomaly.
Garry, if you can hear me, maybe jump out and jump back in. If you can hear me, jump out of the room and jump back in.
Okay. Let me try.
Oh, you're back. You're back. You're back. Oh, he's gone. Yeah, I know, but not everybody that comes on the show has a Discord. So, like, I don't just talk to Twitch streamers. I talk to a lot of different people. Garry does have a Discord. Yeah, I know. Most of the time, but it's just... Well, I don't know what happened. He's trying.
Okay, wait a second.
No worries.
I think I'm back now.
You're back. Okay, hold on. Wait a second. Oh, there
Yeah,
you
my
go.
internet was bugging out there.
Oh, it's all good, man. It's all good. We're wrapping up soon here, so I won't keep you here all fucking night here. Let's see. Where are we at? My medical isn't too expensive. I came back while I'm smoking. Man, that's nice. That Vegas internet.
Yeah, bro, I'm telling you.
It's like your water supply out there. It's dwindling. See, you shouldn't have said that. Should have said nothing. Vegas came back with a fury.
Yo, Vegas must be mad about that, man.
They're mad. Vegas don't like that. Don't be talking about Vegas internet. Is it Cox? Do you have Cox internet?
Yep, it's Cox, bro.
Goddamn Cox. That's what I had in fucking San Diego. Fucking bunch of bullshit. Okay, what was your last job? Your last real job?
Last job, I was working security for Tau Group. So that's Marquee, Tau, Lavo.
Wow. So
Yeah,
like you were just like you just stood somewhere and guarded stuff?
Well, it was like that at first, but then I got like certifications to check IDs. So then I started checking IDs, and then I became a report writer too. And then I actually got my own section inside of the club, like a VIP section to watch over.
Oh,
and
nice.
Then sometimes also when they had like certain celebrities and talent that was coming in, they would get me to do security for them.
Oh, okay. So you would do like private security too? Like that?
Yeah. Well, no, I never really did private.
Okay.
It was always in the club.
Ah, okay.
Mhm.
So do you are you trained to fight? Do you have any fighting skills?
Yeah, a little bit. They did some light training for us, because it's more customer service oriented than anything. And you're not allowed to push, punch, or go around anyone's neck. So the main thing that you would try to do is like subdue them so that they wouldn't be able to cause any harm. So like a full Nelson or like a certain kind of arm bar, arm lock where you could still guide them out of the club.
Full rear naked choke. Get there. No, I did security. I did concert security for a while, which is wild. Like fuck, I'll be backstage and people will be like, "Let me backstage." I'll be like, "No," and they'll be like, "Fuck you, I'll kill you." I'll be like, "Come on, man. Like, I'm just trying to do my job." It's like you think that just because you threaten me that now I have to let you in. It's like, come on, bro. It's just lame. But I was very like I could tell easily if I ever became like a cop with any kind of authority, I would go immediately dirty because like I like almost immediately I started taking money and bribes. Like people were like, "I'll give you $20 if you let me backstage." Let me see the money. Okay, have fun. or like there. So I remember one time someone was outside the concert door, and they just started knocking on the door, and it was an exit, and so I was just guarding this exit. And so I opened the door. I'm like, "What's up?" And he was just like, "Oh, will you let me in?" And I'm just like, "No." And he's like, "Shit." It's like, "I got $20." I was like, "Let me see it." and this motherfucker brings out like $7. Not enough, bro. Shut the door. Is it? Because $7 ain't worth my job, okay? $20 is, I guess, but not 7. 7's not worth it. I'm cold hearted. Cash rules everything around me.
Like, come on, I'm not a cheap hoe.
Right, exactly. If I'm gonna be dirty, I want to be, give me that good money for it. Have you met anyone in your Twitch community in real life? Ooh, that's a good question.
Yeah, a couple of people actually, like Off Cadence,
Oh,
my
cool.
boy Double, and then a few of the people in the Twitch community are actually like some of my in real life friends.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
So wait, Off Cadence, he's in Vegas too, right?
He was,
He was.
Yeah.
Now he's in LA,
Texas.
Texas. Wasn't he dating the one girl?
Yeah, Jane.
Is he still? Are they still doing that?
Yeah.
Oh, cool, man.
Yep.
Yeah, Jane Rio. So are they both in Texas? Is that what?
Yep.
Oh, that is so nice. I love that they're just like living their best Twitch life out in Texas. Where at in Texas, you know?
No, I don't know, bro.
Texas is great, man. I like Texas. Have you ever been to Texas?
Never.
Damn. Dude,
Never.
Texas is fun, man. I know it gets a bad rap, but there's some good people down there. There's some good people. Not all of them are fucking dirtballs, fucking rednecks and whatever. Secessionists. Dallas, that's where they're at. Yeah, okay, cool. Hell yeah, Dallas is awesome city. Fucking so cool. I love Austin, man. If you ever get a chance to go to Austin, check out Austin. Vegas, man. What do you think about Vegas as a city?
I love it, bro.
You love it there?
Yeah, I love it, man.
It's hard for me. Like that heat, the whole environment, the whole thing, man. I know it's not all, fucking the strip or even downtown, but like it's still like every time I'm there, man, I'm just like, oh fuck, dude, I gotta get out of here. I just feel trapped, dude. I feel like the lights are gonna come and swallow me up or something. It's fucking crazy. What is it about Vegas that you like? I don't see it, but that's me, and I'm not trying to shit on Vegas because it has its good stuff going on, but
Yeah, I loved it. I love the heat. I'm a desert baby, so I love the heat. I love the fact that a lot of shit around here stays open 24 hours, so you can go get whatever you need,
yeah.
whenever you want to. There really is no last call, so you don't have to worry about that bullshit.
Hell yeah.
Last call is fucking ridiculous to me, man.
Yeah. No, it's really stupid. Here in Ohio, you can't buy liquor on Sundays, and you can't buy liquor past 10 o'clock. Get your puritanical bullshit off my fucking liquor bottle, all right? I don't give a fuck about your fucking puritanical bullshit. I'm out here trying to get drunk. It's just, I don't drink that. I do drink, but I don't drink that much. I drink at will time, but I don't like to drink a lot because I ended up in bad situations. Are you okay with? Have you ever had any issues with drugs or alcohol where you felt like it was a little out of hand for you?
No, man. I always felt like I had it in hand. Like I used to do it frequently, but I always felt like I had it in hand, and it never really got too out of control. I mean, I did end up with one DUI, but that was just dumb as a fuck, man. Like it was when I was slowing down on my drinking too. I was actually calling it a night early and on my way home to do good boy things. And then they caught me speeding, and I was like, what the fuck, dude? I speed down this street when I'm sober and coming home from work. And now you want to catch me up. Why?
Dude, that shit sucks, man. That shit sucks so bad.
It was a blessing in disguise, though, because
sure.
it made me stop drinking and driving. So it could have been worse.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the last time. I mean, shit. It took me. The saddest thing about me getting my DUI is that I was a musician, and so the court said it was okay for me to be out at night because I work as a musician, and most of the time my music takes place at a bar and it takes place at night. And
Damn.
so I had it worked out where I was drinking and driving while I was on a temporary license where I could only drive from work to home to work, home to work. And I'm like wasted drunk driving home like that. I used to like carry a guitar with me and I had like a fucking like a pedo van with no windows and shit. It was this big white fucked up van. So like I just had like a guitar in my van at all times. So like if a cop ever stopped me, it was like, I just played a gig. Look, there's my guitar. It's so pathetic. So fucking pathetic. I terrible alcoholic. Terrible. Just the worst drunk you can imagine. So I'm glad that's not my whole life anymore. But yeah, that's good, man. It's good to hear. I think we should let you go. I know I told you like a couple hours, but and we were a little over. But I have been having such a great time talking to you. I didn't know. I didn't know it was gonna go this long. But I appreciate you talking and hanging out with us. Is there anything that you want to share with us before we call it a day?
No, man, I super appreciate the shit out of you. Thanks for everybody in the community that came through. Don't forget the album's on the 22nd of every single month. And we do a giveaway on the 22nd of every single month too. All you got to do is pre-save the whatever project I have coming out. You can get the details on my website. That's GarryWith2Rs.com. GarryWithTWors.com. And so everything's spelled out.
And you can find those links in the show or in the chat right now. So y'all make sure you're going and clicking on those links. I made him a song whip, so you can go and listen to his music anywhere on any of the platforms. You can go to GarryWith2Rs.com. And of course, Twitch, and then go make sure you follow them on the socials. And if you're listening to this on the audio side, make sure that you go into the show notes and you go and make sure you give some love and all that good shit. Garry, thank you so much. And I want to catch one of your streams. If I'm not working, I will catch you eventually. But I think when you go on, it's like 1 a.m. for me. And I'm such a dad.
Oh, shit.
I'm such a fucking dad. So, like, I'm just so always just asleep. But I want to catch a Garry stream, so we're going to try to make that happen. But, Garry, thank you so much. I appreciate you. You have a great rest of your day. Everybody, give Garry with 2 R's a round of applause, y'all. Let's go.
Whoa.
All right, man. You have a great rest of your day.
All right, be easy, bro. I appreciate you, man.
No problem. I'll talk to you later. All right, guys. Yeah, Garry with